5. I'm trying to be a bit quiet because my daughter's asleep. Today has been a lot easier than the last 4 days because after yesterday's stress and all the rest of it, we had a day to ourselves in the house, which was nice. And actually, tell a lie, that's not entirely true. We did nip out to the nearest supermarket and found a couple of Xbox One games for really cheap. We got the Deadpool game, so I'm quite happy about that. And another one called Recore, which a lot of people have said bad things about it, but I played the initial first hour that they were letting you do, like a demo sort of thing. I really enjoyed it. I don't know if it gets repetitive or something like that, I don't know. We'll find out. But yeah, today's been stress-free and quite nice, actually. But I think that's just in general. I'm finding it difficult to, like, I don't know how to describe it. I keep saying about my brain's not quite in the right place, but it's true. You do feel out of sorts a bit, and I am, but I think it's just because I'm not stepping outside and getting like 5 minutes to, well, stand there and smoke, and I suppose I think about things when I do that, and then I go back in with a fresh head and what have you, and I'm not doing that now, so I'm just sort of in it all the time. It's not a problem, it's just different for me. Like I've said before, I've never had my adult life without that time. Not that I've always smoked outside, you know. Yeah, it's been a strange one, but they've all been strange, haven't they? I think today I'm feeling quite relaxed. The whole day I have, and I can't really think how else to describe it. It's been a quiet day, a nice quiet day. I've played some video games, we've sat and watched stuff on TV like films, and played with my daughter, and me and Shannon been getting on really well today. I think she was feeling just as stressed out as I was yesterday, so it's been nice for her as well to have a day to just sit around and not have to worry about it much. I'm sure I'm not the easiest person to live with at the moment. Not that I've been as angry as I was expecting I was going to be. I thought I was going to be flying off the handle at every like, you know, if people were breathing too loud or something, you know, just being generally irritable. But that's not really happened. I don't know if that's yet to come. But yeah, I nearly didn't do this tonight. I was gonna do it tomorrow, but I feel like even though I've been getting these out quite late, I want to keep to the routine and do one every day for at least the first 14 days, like I said originally, because I feel like sticking to that is also sticking to not smoking. Whether people are watching or not is sort of irrelevant at this point, because editing these silly little videos that I'm doing is quite, well, it's a bit therapeutic, because I get to sit there and be hands-on and get my mind right into it. And also in the past, when I've done sort of music editing, I used to sit there and I think I'd work for maybe an hour, and then I would need to smoke. And obviously editing the videos is a very similar thing, so to be doing it and then not smoking has been different, because I get to create something for one, and another is that I do feel, because I started doing this in general, in like YouTube in general, and then I decided to quit and I decided to share it with you, the two things are now intertwined. So if I stop doing a video, then I might as well start smoking. I mean, obviously that's not the truth, but that's how it's working in my head at the moment. So I'm gonna keep doing it like every day, like I say, for at least the first 14 days. I may continue after that and just give daily updates. I don't know. I'm not planning much, because I mean that's just the nature of this channel. Like the unboxing videos, I am just doing that for myself because I love this stuff. You know, I'm surrounded by it. I love it. I've loved comic books ever since my grandfather bought me an Incredible Hulk comic when I was probably about 8 years old, and then I started collecting Batman, and I started collecting Superboy for some reason, probably because I was a boy. And then the animated series came out of Batman, and obviously I'd seen the first Michael Keaton, Jack Nicholson film by that time, so my love for Batman was completely cemented. So I've been doing it for the love of doing it. The actual story behind it is that my girlfriend bought me these for Christmas. Over Christmas we had to move really abruptly. I mean, I opened them, they were wrapped up and I opened them, but I never got a chance to open them, as it were. So having them here all for the last few months while I've been slowly putting this room together and we've been sorting out the rest of the house, I thought, why not make sort of an event out of it. I would have taken great joy in opening these on my own, but I thought, stick a camera on me and share it. I think anytime I get anything like that now, I'm gonna share it. I can look back and go, oh yeah, that day. That was the day I opened Nightwing or whatever, you know. Yeah, it's been really fun being able to document things. I'm a bit upset though, because all the stress that happened yesterday with the rescue effort that my girlfriend organised ruthlessly and meticulously all went off without a hitch, more or less. We ended up picking up less than we'd originally planned, due to the fact that some had already been adopted directly from where they were coming from, the animals, that is. But this camera that I'm using right now, I filmed a lot of stuff that for some reason didn't save to the SD card. So I've got a load of footage, but none of it are the actual animals, which I'm really gutted about. It's just not saved. So there's every chance I could turn this off and that would be it. It's just not there. So I'm hearing banging. I thought it might have been one of those crazy moments where you're making a video and you capture a robbery. But luckily it's just our really noisy neighbours. Anyway, yeah, the short end of that is that my relatively inexpensive camera is relatively inexpensive for a reason, because it only captures what it wants to capture. So I'm having to look into something a little bit more, well, just better for what it is that I want and I need. Something that will focus will be a good idea. I have got my mind set on a particular type of camera. It's going to take a while to get it though, because you know these things cost money, and money is not, well, it ain't growing on any trees in this house, put it that way. I'm finding myself rambling on tonight for some reason, but I'm sure you don't mind. I'm going to cut most of it out anyway, so it's alright. Anyway, as usual, thank you for watching. 5 days, smoke free. And I'll see you tomorrow.